Hello, 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 my lovely, lovely friends. Thank you for joining me here on A Journey in Light. My name is Joy. Hello. Today we have a pick a card going over what you can expect in the week ahead and the next 7 days from the time you're finding this timeless reading. So I have 3 piles for you guys today. We have pile 1. We have this lovely antique skeleton key for pile 1. Pile 2, we have this beautiful shell. You can even hear the ocean for pile 2. In pile 3, I have this little crowd favorite origami crane here, origami bird. It's ceramic, a little blue bird. So take a deep breath, go with whichever pile you're drawn to the most. If you're drawn to more than one, you could just have a really busy week, or there just could be something in another pile you needed to hear. Feel free to watch more than one if you feel called to. So again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. The timestamps will be in the description box below. Sometimes if you're having a hard time choosing a pile, check out the numbers on the timestamps, and that can help you decide sometimes. So I will leave these up here for a moment. I do want to take a moment and say thank you to all the support, all the kind comments, all the shares, all of it. You guys are amazing. I also want to give a special thank you to Olga for sending me a deck recently. I'm not using it today, but I'll be using it in a reading coming up soon. So thank you, Olga, for that deck, and I'll call you out when I use it this week. So it's the Delusion Tarot, so that should be a cool one to use. Anyhow, so pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Pause the screen if you need more time, and then I will see you at your pile. Bye, guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends. For pile 1, you guys picked this very beautiful antique skeleton key here, and we are going over what you can expect in the week ahead. We'll be going over life and love, as well as doing letters and charms. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy this. If you're returning, don't forget to go ahead and give me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. You know that's my favorite question to ask. So I always like to start with tarot. So you guys have interesting energy coming up. We have a 5 of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So it feels like this week could be a little bit of a head versus heart situation. You may be overthinking. You could be overthinking matters of the heart. You could be having a tendency to again, it feels like a little bit of a battle between what you think you should do and what you feel like you want to do. So just keep that in mind. I'm also hearing have some grace with yourself, have some kindness, try not to be so hard on yourself. If there is something that has been pulling at your heartstrings that you've been wanting to do, but for some reason you've been talking yourself out of it, you may need to loosen up that grip a bit and allow yourself to enjoy this thing that you want to do and really go after it. It's almost like maybe fear or quote unquote ego, because our ego is there to keep us safe, right? Is holding you back from doing this thing. And so anytime you start being like, maybe I should go after this thing, and it could be a far-fetched dream, or you feel like it is, or other people might not get it. It's almost like your mind is being your worst enemy this week about it. So that's something you just need to navigate through. But I'm hearing if you really just sit with yourself and be like, what is it that my soul wants to do? What am I being called to do? And really try to go after that. I think that you'll find that shift. Just recognize that your brain is just going to be a little bit of a jerk this week. So there just could be a process of working through that. I feel like there's a lesson within that though as well. There also could be a highlight on dreams this week. This is the Tarot of the Dreams, so which I just now put that correlation together, but there's a lot of zodiac signs within these cards, and she has a Pisces necklace here, so Pisces could be important for some of you. Pisces is associated with the cups because it's a water sign, but for me, anytime I see the Pisces symbol, my guides are always like pushing, like pay attention to the dreams. Now we do have Venus represented here in Aquarius, so those could be highlighted as well. Venus rules what we love, who we love, and how we love. It's the planet. As I'm recording this, again, this is a timeless reading. As I'm recording this, if you were unaware, if you're watching this right as I'm recording it, Venus has been in retrograde, so you may have been in this mode of like reevaluating relationships. And this doesn't have to be all romantic relationships. These are all like relationships that involve you putting your heart into it. So there could be some of that going on for you guys as well, where you're just kind of like tidying up, like figuring out, what do I want in life? What do I want out of my relationships? What do I want, like aesthetically? Venus also, Venus tends to rule, or it doesn't tend to, it does rule Taurus and Libra. So those tangible things, and again, partnerships and stuff. So that it's just, that's all of it's highlighted. So things that matters of the heart are highlighted, and you thinking about them just could be a lot this week. So again, I'm hearing, take a deep breath. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you need a day to be in the puddle, is what I like to call it when I'm feeling down or emotional, it's I'm in the puddle. Allow yourself to do that. You know, there's a lot to be discovered there. There's a lot to be worked through there. And if we avoid it all the time, then you're not healing fully. So anyways, I kind of went off on a tangent about that, but ultimately your message is it may be a bit of a head versus heart this week. Next for the Lenormand, you guys got the moon and the stars. So, or the moon and the star. Moon is a lot about phases, also our intuition. The star is about hopefulness. Again, Aquarius here. Moon is representative of Pisces, also rules Cancer. I'm just throwing out all the zodiacs today. I'm in no way a pro astrology, but I do have some really wonderful friends that give me all kinds of great info. But this combination here is all about, it's about making a wish. It's about being intuitive and hopeful. It's about having some clairvoyance in your dreams, about lucid dreaming as well. So again, dreams are highlighted for you guys this week. Paying attention to that. It's like your soul is trying to tell you something through your dreams. I know sometimes we have crazy dreams and we're like, I don't know what that meant. So sometimes if you don't know, if you feel like your dream meant something, but you can't quite figure it out, look at the feeling. Like, how did you feel in the dream? That's what your subconscious is trying to tell you. It might not be like, hey, alligators playing bowling, blah, blah, blah. You know, that might not be the message, but the feeling that you felt during that dream is the message, is the highlight. So pay attention to that. All right. So, but also this is just about making a wish and really tapping into your intuition, and manifesting that wish to come true. So this is really positive energy, this combination here. Next, you guys had rescue, the number 16. So you may be someone that goes out to rescue someone else. We do have this big green, I'm being drawn into this big green balloon here. Green is the color of the heart chakra. Again, something could be nagging at your heart. This either feels like someone may need your help and your assistance in their rescue this week, but this is also about you rescuing yourself. I don't really feel like you're needing outside help. I mean, you could be, but this really just feels like you're your own rescuer, and realizing that you can pull yourself out of whatever this is. But a lot of that is, again, having grace and kindness. I mean, the guides are very big about that right now. I just literally keep saying the words grace, kindness. Be kind to yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Give yourself a break. You're doing a great job, you know, and especially those, like, I feel like some of you guys are going through something really, really difficult. First off, sending you love. Anyone that's not going through that energetically, if we can send love to those that are, believe me, time isn't linear, so they will feel it. If you have that extra to give it. But I feel like those that are going through that tough spot, that are going through that emotional spot, just know that you will be getting through it. Like, you're going to be seeing the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel. We do have this telescope here. This is the week that kind of maybe you start seeing a way to peek through all this and realizing that you can get through it and you are strong, but also giving yourself some freaking credit for everything that you've done thus far. And know that you might, if you're not there where you're trying to get to yet, you are going to get there, and you have yourself to thank for that. So again, stop being so hard on yourself. You are freaking rocking this out. And then if you need a puddle day, give yourself permission to have a puddle day. I'm going to make that like a saying. Stay in the puddle. Not stay in the puddle, but it's okay to be in the puddle. Puddly. I don't know if anyone relates to that when you're feeling emotional, like, I'm in the puddle. I know me and my friends say it. So anyways, but okay, moving along. So again, rescue, you may be rescuing yourself or helping somebody else. If that doesn't come up, maybe just the energy you gave right now is helping those that need it in this pile. Because I do feel like there's a contrast. So again, if you can give that love out, and it doesn't have to be big, it's just set an intention to anyone who needs that's listening to this pile, we send it to you. Okay, so next, you guys had a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So there, for some of you guys, there's either some sort of new relationship coming up romantically, and this does say romantic, so this is all about romantics. I do have love cards later, but this still came up in your reading. Again, with the Queen of Hearts, we have Venus here. Love is highlighted. Some of you guys, this could be a reconciliation. This could be moving to the next level, something moving up, a commitment getting more solid as well. And some of you guys, this could be a brand new love, and Libra, again, is highlighted here. So for healing this week, you guys got the card Respect. What a beautiful image here. And this feels like almost like honoring yourself and respecting yourself. We have Virgo on this little, on her bracelet here. But honoring yourself this week, respecting yourself, commanding respect for yourself. And that starts with you, honoring what you want and what you need. We have the number 43 here, but respect. Also, there could be someone that needs your respect. I feel like someone that's not going through the ringer is going to be able to help somebody else in such a beautiful way this week. Like, you're going to rescue them, you're going to help them have respect in themselves, help them see, and just by honoring that person, with your kindness and generosity is really going to help this person out. And it's such a beautiful thing. That might just be a one-off message for somebody, but keep that in mind. You may be someone's answered prayers this week. So if you have that ability to do it, do it. But again, I don't feel the need to say you're demanding respect this week, pile one. This is about like honoring yourself, and then kind of people follow suit. When you honor yourself, when you show up for yourself, when you respect yourself, people will start to like say, oh, well, that's how they want to be treated, so I'm going to treat them that way. Unfortunately, not everybody does that in our lives, right? But those, when you're respecting yourself and you're honoring yourself in that way, also the people that aren't showing up for you that way, you no longer will put up with them. You'll no longer give your energy to them, and they kind of just fall away. But it starts with self-respect. All right, your message from, I haven't done this in a while, messages from heaven, communication card. So if you have any lost or past loved ones or people that are on the other side, this would be the message. It says, we support you as you cleanse and clear, both inside and out. So detoxing might be important this week, cleansing and clearing your energy. I'm hearing someone needs to start calling back their energy every night as you lay down to bed. If you say your prayers, if you practice gratitude, whatever it is, hopefully you guys do something, I don't know. Before bed is such a valuable time to change up your energy. But I'm hearing someone really needs to call their energy back. Like if you felt drained and stuff like that, just at the end of the night when you're laying there, just say, I call my energy back from anywhere I may have left it intentionally or unintentionally, and I call it back cleansed and cleared. Thank you. And I'm noticing that we have a 43 here and a 34, so we have mirroring numbers going on here as well. But your guides, your loved ones, everyone on the other side is supporting you in this cleansing and clearing. But because it says inside and out, I also feel like there's a physical detox needed for some of you as well. Water with lemon is very helpful. I'm also hearing milk thistle for somebody, like possibly like a liver cleanse may be important. I'm not a doctor, so if you weren't already thinking about that, don't push that or anything, but that information's out there. Look it up if you feel guided to. So next we have, you guys have cobweb. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. So remember that you are protected here. You're protected by your guides. You're protected by these loved ones that have gone before you. You're protected by your higher self. Even if you can't see it, that know that there's a level of protection that's surrounding you. And then we also have caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. Change is coming. So if you've been in the puddle, if you're working through that, just know that change is coming. Not everything will be this way forever. That's the only really guarantee in life is change, right? So things are changing. That's also a good reason to appreciate things when you have them, because sometimes good things change too. But just know that it's not going to be like this forever. If you feel like, again, you're in the puddle, you're in the dark, you could just be in a chrysalis and you're about to bloom into a butterfly. We did have butterflies here. I meant to point that out. Okay, so for love, before we get into letters and charms, we have in love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Oh, we have the number 43 again. I love when that stuff happens. Okay, sorry. Just know that love does endure. You know, don't lose faith, like in something. There's like a sense of long lastingness that's coming up with the loving relationships. So however that fits for you. And then you guys did get the engagement ring, so someone could quite literally be getting engaged. But this talks about higher commitment, eternity, partnerships, union, and completion, which we kind of had that message already with this new romantic cycle begins. Again, there could be something coming into the next phase. And if someone gets engaged, that's awesome. Every once in a while that comes up in readings, and I'm always waiting for someone to pop back in and be like, hey, guess what? I'm going to be so excited. But I just typically think it more means about something being committed and going to the next level. I'm also seeing, like, if someone's been engaged or married for a long time, like there's something surrounding an engagement ring. I don't know if someone's getting like an upgrade to their engagement ring or something like that, like getting a newer one, like again, an upgrade, like a bigger stone or something like that is kind of coming up. That's kind of interesting. I don't think that's ever come up in a reading before. So if you are married or you already have an engagement ring, there could be an upgrade coming to that ring as well. All right, let's get your letters and charms. I just realized I did not have this set up before, but anywho. All right, so I always like to start with a zodiac dice. So this could be your sign, someone that you're dealing with heavily this week's sign, or the energy of this sign. So you guys have a Gemini here. So communication could be highlighted, siblings could be highlighted as well, or you could just be working with a Gemini. And then we have the 9th house, which is about higher learning. This is about expansion. This also can be about travel. So travel could be highlighted. You could be communicating about travel. You could be communicating about wanting to like go back to school for communications for somebody. Someone could be picking a career. The 9th house isn't about career, it's just about higher learning. But again, it's expansion. Someone's communication could be getting expanded this week. So something could be coming up where you have a chance to really like speak what's on your heart. All right, let's do letters. So sometimes you spell words. There could be someone's initials, locations, things like that. Let's see what we have for pile 1. We have an E, an F, a P, a G, an A, an O, and an S. POS. Hopefully no one has a POS week. All right, there's lots of different words. There's peg in here. Be segueing into something else. We have age, so aging could be highlighting. Sage, someone may need to sage their stuff. I'm sure there's lots more that I'm missing. If you want to add what they are into the comments, I always love when you guys support me that way if I miss things. All right, and let's get you guys some charms. So pile 1's charms, please. What else can we tell them about their week? All right, you guys only got a couple. I thought there's a lot more, but you guys got another tarot card. You guys have the Sun. This is the happiest card in all of tarot. So there is going to be at least some sort of experience. If it's not the whole week, there could just be a one-off. I feel like sometimes these are one-offs. Like there's something that makes you like so happy, but I'm hearing like so grateful. Like it's almost something's going to help remind you of why you're doing what you're doing this week. Leo's highlighted with the Sun as well. We have this little band-aid with a heart. So there could be some heart healing, a healing of a relationship, a repairing of a relationship, someone making some sort of amends around matters of the heart. We have bookworm, so taking a moment to read a good book, again, higher learning again, for that 9th house expansion. But this also just might be about, like, again, curling up with a good book if that's something you like to do. Possibly listening to an audiobook if you are a multitasker, or you go on a lot of drives. I just listened to, what was I listening to on my drive last weekend? Oh, Daisy Jones and the Six. But yeah, so books are highlighted, and then we have this little flip-flop. I'm sorry I'm pausing. I'm just like hearing this whole storyline about some mothers that used to use flip-flops to, you know, pop their kids. That can be a cultural thing, or if you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. That isn't necessarily my upbringing, but I have some friends that talk about their moms and their flip-flops. If you know, you know. Anyways, but so hopefully that made somebody laugh out there that knows what I'm talking about. But aside from that, I always think about travel, trips, going to somewhere tropical. Flip-flops are just what I typically wear here in Florida. But there's also something that could be repetitive and a sound coming up. Like if you ever walked with someone in flip-flops, it's like pop, 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 pop. But I'm hearing like learning to enjoy the repetitiveness of something could be helpful as well. But some of you guys could just be planning some sort of travel to somewhere tropical. So also feel the need to send some love to Hawaii with everything going on at the time I'm recording this. So if we can send some love out to them as well. They've been dealing with some catastrophic events. I'd appreciate that too. All right, guys. So we have a page here too. Anyways, so there are your letters and charms. If any of these mean something else to you, please always honor that. I'm not going to pick up on everything. As always, I appreciate you guys spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye, guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 2. You guys picked this beautiful seashell here. We're all going to listen to the ocean. It's there, I told you. Okay. Anyways, you guys can't hear it. So, we are going over what you can expect in the week ahead, what you can expect in the next 7 days for life and love. I'll be doing letters and charms at the end of each pile as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that for more info. So if you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy this. If you're returning, don't forget to like and let me know where you're watching from. So I always like to start with tarot. You guys had the 6 of coins and the 2 of cups. So reciprocated energy when it comes to partnerships is a big overall tone for your week. We have Taurus here. We have Libra as well, highlighted. We have Venus and Cancer also. So partnerships are just definitely going to be highlighted. Some of those could be romantic, loving partnerships here with this Two of Cups. That's very much my soulmate energy when I'm doing love readings. So that is highlighted, but overall it can just be about partnerships. I love how these swans are making this heart though. These are really pretty cards. And then the Six of Coins energy is about reciprocated energy. It's also about having so much that you can be generous. So this may be a week that you feel abundant of financial abundance, time abundance, things like that, where you have it to give to others in a beautiful way. So a very honoring way is kind of how this is coming in. Again, Taurus and Libra could be highlighted for you. You could be also receiving something from somebody else that's feeling very generous. You could be receiving from those that you're in partnership with here as well. But generosity and partnerships, I guess, if I had to pick two words for you guys for the week. All right, let's move on to your Lenormand. You guys got the birds and the clover. This combination can be about a casual phone call. This could be brief excitement. This can be carefree words, like an informal meeting or a casual conversation. So the birds is a lot about just verbal and conversations, chatter, sometimes gossip, things like that. And the clover is about good luck, very much like a four-leaf clover kind of vibe. Even though this one only has 3, but it's that good luck kind of vibe here. So there could be some information that comes in through conversation that could bring you some luck, or you could hear something that ends up being lucky in the long run or turning into something prosperous. And there's also, this can be about a lucky pairing too, and you guys had this pair kind of thing. And then again, an abundance here. So this overall feels like, again, moments where you have a chance to talk and communicate can be very highlighted and very lucky and very abundant for you guys. Next, you guys had metamorphosis. Wow, you guys have a lot of birds. Like there's flamingos here, there's flamingos here, we have the swans here. But metamorphosis, so something could be shifting and changing. So for some of you guys, your relationships could be shifting and changing. It can be coming into a more reciprocated energy. But metamorphosis doesn't just have to be a relationship. That's just your highlighted energy. And again, we have 2 birds very similar to these birds though. But things could just be transforming. You could just be coming out of a dark period for some of you guys, like coming out of the chrysalis and becoming the butterfly, if you will. But just know that metamorphosis mostly is about change. So things are shifting and changing this week. Again, things could be getting brighter. Energy could be feeling lighter for a lot of you, which is always welcome, right? If you've been in a different energetic kind of mode here. This also just could be about things shifting and changing, or something turning out better than you expected. Because again, with the clover here, and just the way that all this energy is just flowing together, it's like almost expect better than you've gotten before. It's like, how good can it get kind of energy. It's really nice. All right, next you guys have communication is key, new moon, and Gemini. So communication again is highlighted for you guys. There could be a change in communication. I'm also hearing possibly an important conversation between like a sibling or a cousin. I don't know, someone that's like lateral from you, or someone that you feel is like family, but on your same line, if I'm making sense. This doesn't feel like coming from like a parent or something. This is like across the board, like cousin, sibling, that kind of vibe. Communication is key. Communication also just with a Gemini could be highlighted here as well. All right, next, so when it comes to healing, we have progress. Just know that your healing is progressive. Things are shifting and moving. You should be seeing your progress this week. If you've been trying to transform yourself, somebody may be going through some sort of like health transformation, this could be the week that you start seeing that progress. Like if you've been putting in the work and you're like, oh, when is this going to start paying off? I guess that could be anything, not just health, but this is where you're starting to see like the fruits of your labor. kind of week as well. All right, so messages from, I haven't done these in a while, messages from heaven, communication cards. So this could be from someone that's recently passed away, or someone that you're very close with that's on the other side, or even your guides. It says, focus your mind on what you really want. We are helping. The number 15 may be important to some of you. So you're being reminded to be very mindful about what you're thinking about, and focusing in on what you want versus what you don't want. You know, sometimes we have a tendency when we're like looking at something, and especially if you're really good at like risk analysis, sometimes focusing on how things could go wrong to try to mediate that. But if that's your primary thought, then you're just going to bring in those things. So just make sure that you're shifting to things, the outcome that you want versus the outcome that you don't want. You know, you're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want that. I don't want that. Start just thinking and talking about the things that you want to call into your life. And know that those on the other side are definitely helping you with this. I love all this green here. It's the color of the heart chakra. So some of you guys could be a very heart-led person. I feel like because I'm a heart-led person, I think I notice all that. The blue's my favorite color, but I always tend to notice green in readings a lot. Also, connecting back in nature may be important for a lot of you guys as well. This week, if you're feeling a little scattered or unclear, just trying to get back into nature, either taking a walk, talking to a plant, hugging a tree, something like that, just to help you like reconnect. If you can't do that, you know, even like using like a crystal, like from, you know, if you have them, if you're like me and have a plethora of them, like reconnecting with a crystal, because this is made by the earth, you know, like it took millions of years for the earth to create these things. This is a Lumerian crystal, by the way. And connecting that way and meditating that way. I don't know if anyone else does this. I have one of my Sansevieria plants, my snake plants. His name is Edward. I name all my plants, but I actually meditate with him, and I kind of did it on a whim, and it's like super cool. So you guys can think I'm weird for that, but so if you have a chance to ever meditate with a plant, or if you've ever meditated with a plant, you can feel free to share that. I'm looking around at my other plants that are around me that I haven't, and I felt like I just got the shade from them. No, I'm just kidding. Wow. I'm sharing some weird stuff. Anyway, meditating with a plant can be a really cool grounding experience, was my point. All right, let's keep going on now that I've let in some extra weirdness of mine to you guys. All right, so you guys have coins. Money will be coming to you. So again, abundance. So this could be someone giving you money. There could be an inheritance coming in, someone being generous with you with money. That could be really helpful. It might be like a answer to a prayer that some of you guys have put out. I'm always guided to say, maybe play the lotto a little bit, and don't forget to share the wealth if you win. People do win. Anyways, money's coming your way. All right, and then we have the moon, changes in your life. So there's another message around things changing, things shifting, things morphing, and going through phases in your life. Feel the need to give a nod to Pisces and Cancer here with the moon as well. All right, and then for love, you guys have ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. So with your loving connections, you're being guided to ask for help, tell somebody what you need, have that hard conversation. Like in your loving relationships, if you need something from somebody, instead of just going, oh, well, they should just know, how about just be direct? You can be like, hey, look, I really need this, and let someone step up to the plate instead of like throwing out subtle hints and then being upset when they don't understand, you know, or expecting them to just get it. Now, if you tell somebody your complete blueprints and your instructions and they don't get it, then, you know, go on from there. But this just feels like not just asking for help, but just asking for what you want and what you need in relationships, and letting that being very clear, just so people know how to support you. This also could be if you're dealing with a friend, and maybe you're going through a hard time, they're not sure what to do, let them know what you need at the moment. If you just need, I don't need your advice, I don't need you to fix this, I just need you to listen. You know, those kinds of things, like being very clear about what you need can alleviate a lot of issues, especially in emotional situations. Because sometimes we just don't know how to help other people, you know. We don't know, everybody needs things differently, and if you're clear and open with the people that you love about what you need, it can make things a lot easier for them and for you. So don't hesitate to ask for help, but also be accepting of support. And I know that can be a hard thing too, is accepting help when offered, but you're being guided to do that. And then you guys also have camera, reminiscing, making memories, learn from the past, and perception. So there could be a perception shift around loving relationships, seeing something from someone else's point of view. You could be making memories, taking lots of pictures. There's also just, this does feel very, the way this is coming in for me, this is feeling very like reminiscence of looking through memories. Though instead of, I mean, it does say making memories, so some of you guys could be making new memories, but this feels very reminiscent. This feels very thoughtful kind of energy coming in for you guys. So some of you guys could come across some old pictures of even some old relationships, and then looking at how far you've come in relationships and how much you've learned along the way. It could be extremely just eye-opening and helpful this week. All right, let's get to your letters and charms. I always like to start with the zodiac dice. So this could be someone that you're dealing with heavily this week. This could be your sign, or you could be dealing with the energy of this sign. So we have Scorpio. So you could be a Scorpio, or you're dealing with a Scorpio. This also can be about hidden secrets, things coming up. I did talk about, like, you know, getting money from other people. Scorpio can rule other people's money. This also can be about loans and stuff like that. This also can be very sexual energy with Scorpio. Also can be about some of the taboo and the occult kind of stuff. But also just like hidden things. Scorpio also rules like the death and rebirth cycle, which you guys did have metamorphosis. So again, things could be shifting and changing. And then you guys have the 12th house. So 12th house is a very spiritual house. It's ruled by Pisces. It also can be a lot about ending. So there could be some sort of ending. There could be some truth coming to light that ends some mystery this week for some of you. But yeah, really interesting energy. All right, let's see. Let's get some letters. So this can, sometimes they spell words, sometimes they're initials or locations. Feel free to drop any words that I miss. I'm not the best at picking them up when I'm in this mode and noticing the words. So I love it when you guys put those in the comments. Woo, okay, that was a lot. They were all stuck on my rings. All right, let's see. So we have a C, C, so double letters also could be important. B, B, hey, C, C, B, B. All right, we have R, so double letters are definitely important. We have an R, E, so we got Bree kicking right there. We have a G, a W, an O, a U, and a W. So we have 3 sets of double letters here, which is kind of cool. We have brew. Something could be brewing. Rue. I think Brie, I think it's my sister. Bro. Cub. Anyways, we have ew. Sorry, it's one of my favorite things to say, ew. Anyway, so there's your letters, guys. If you want to drop in all the ones that I missed, I would appreciate it. All right, and let's get you some charms. So pile 2 charms for the week. What do they have going on? All right, let's see. We got 2 more tarot cards. We have Temperance. So things blending together, things healing. This is a Sagittarius card. And then we have the 4 of Cups. So there could be a healing around a missed opportunity, a healing around like a love offer not accepted this week. There also could be a blending and morphing of those things as well. It's also a feeling of apathy with the 4 of Cups, so you could just have something that you're feeling kind of blah about that week, and I feel like it's safe to say that that is okay. Let's see. Let's look at your charms. So we have this heart. It looks kind of like glass half full kind of heart here. So there could be something where you're feeling a little like things aren't reaching the full capacity. So again, this kind of reminds me, if you need help, like in areas of the heart, don't forget to ask for it, because sometimes someone else can help fill in those empty spaces in your heart. We have the elephant, so families highlighted, as well as memories, like, as you know, that thoughtfulness about thinking about old times. They always say elephants don't forget. Yeah, reminiscing about the past is highlighted this week. We do have this arrow with love. So someone could be getting struck by love this week in a beautiful way. We have peace and love, or love and peace. So you could find a lot of peace in your loving connections. We do have these little yin and yang kind of cats with this heart here. So there's this message around opposites attracting. Some of you guys, this could be romantic, but this feels like, you know, just like a friend coming in and like supporting you, like being that missing puzzle piece. We have the palm tree. So there's a need to be flexible this week. Palm trees bend, they don't break in a storm. So if something is coming in kind of harsh, there may be a need that you need to remind yourself, can I be flexible in this situation? Can I still be strong in what I need, but also be flexible so it doesn't break me and I can kind of bend until the storm is past? We have a guitar, so music is highlighted, possibly going to a concert or a show, learning to play guitar, dealing with someone who plays guitar, dealing with a musician. And then we also have a football, so sports is highlighted, possibly going to a sporting event, watching football with somebody, talking about football. For some reason, I feel like someone's going to be talking about football stats. Some of you guys may... So I literally see someone like yammering on about fantasy football and someone rolling their eyes. So I don't know. Yeah, so just talking about sports or football, or possibly just going to a sporting game or a football game. Also heard leather laces may be important. I don't know if that's going to mean something to somebody. I don't know. I'm being very drawn into the laces on this football. Okay. Anywho, so there are your letters and charms, guys. If they mean something else to you, please always take that. If you want to share what a charm meant to you, I always like to hear that as well. Someone also may be going to like some sort of decade kind of party, or planning some sort of party where everybody dresses up from the different decades. Just popped into my head. So anyways, there you guys go, pile 2. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye, guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends from pile 3. You guys picked this lovely little light blue crane, origami crane. I have a dark blue one too, so these are my cranes. They're from Epcot. Anyone cares? Anyways, but our little origami crane, it's been chilling with the channel for a very, very long time. So welcome. We are going over what you can expect in the week ahead, in the next 7 days from the time you're finding this reading. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. If you're returning, please don't forget to like and comment on where you're watching from. All right, let's see. I always like to start with the tarot. So you guys have a Knight of Cups and the Empress energy. So Empress energy is nurturing. It can be fertility. We do have a little baby here, but this also can just be about creation. It is ruled by Venus, so I always like to give a nod to Taurus and Libra here as well. But this Empress energy, we see there's like an abundance of, it looks like there's some sort of harvest on this card. So things are harvesting, things are abundant. We have the Knight of Cups, which is typically, you know, our Knights are action cards, our Cups are our emotions. So there could be a need to go after something that is pulling at your heartstrings this week. This could be someone coming towards you, honoring you and everything that that you do. This could be someone also, there could be some sort of pregnancy announcement going on for you or someone in your life as well. This also can be about dates. This can be about someone taking you on a date, going on dates. Again, romance is highlighted here. Romance and abundance is really what's coming in. If I had to pick 2 words for your week, romance and abundance. Or if it's not romantic for you, it could be just matters of the heart in an abundant way. Also, connecting with nature is important. I feel like that's come up in different ways in every pile. So we could have a collective energy of needing to ground this week. Like grounding back with nature, things like that. Someone could be giving birth this week too. And this doesn't necessarily mean you that's watching. It could be someone that you know. There could be a birth announcement, something like that, like something new coming into the world. Also, that it could just be, I think I already mentioned this, but about creativity, creating something. It doesn't have to be a human life, right? It can be all forms of creation is just highlighted. But again, following your heart is energy of supporting, of going after what's on your heart for you guys in pile 3. Next, you guys have, you guys had the scythe and the bear. So the scythe is about something ending, cutting things out. The bear can be about challenges. It can be about, actually, I wanted to look this up directly. This combination. 15. This can be, because the bear can be about like challenging people and stuff. So there may be a need to cut someone that's maybe not bringing something great to your life. This also can be about a calorie reduction or a diet, this combination. So some of you guys could be going on some sort of new health thing where you're cutting out the challenges in your life, cutting out the extra weight in your life. Again, that doesn't have to be about, a physical like food diet. You could just be cutting off the things that are dragging you down this week. Or again, the challenges, the stuff that's holding you back. It says, a powerful reckoning. So again, things like just coming to a head and like really like standing up for yourself and be like, no, cutting out anything that doesn't serve you this week is really highlighted. Anything that doesn't serve your heart, anything that's holding you back from whatever you want to create and bring into your life needs to just be gone. So that's pretty much that. There is a message here though. There could be just being mindful of doing anything overly risky this week. Because there was a message around danger with these 2 cards too. So just be mindful of any risk taking. I'm not trying to freak anybody out, but just keep that in mind. But ultimately, this feels like, just for the energy that I'm sitting in with you guys, it does feel like, again, cutting things out that aren't serving you or serving your life purpose or serving where you're trying to go. Whatever that looks like. Again, some of you guys could be health all the way to people, and reevaluating the things that are holding you back and just cutting out the stuff that's not needed. All right, so next card, you guys have listening. And we do have music here. So listening to music could be cathartic, could be helpful. We have more green. I feel like the heart chakra has also been highlighted across all the readings today. I'm being very drawn into that. Maybe it's a personal message. I'm like, green. There's so much green in all the piles. So, which green is the color of the heart chakra if you're unfamiliar. And this also could be about listening to your heart, listening to messages from your heart. So if you're not if you don't have like a romantic person in your life, or you're creating something, this also could be just following your heart and listening to your own heart. This also could be about listening to others. I always think of elephants and family. So this also could be lending a listening ear to somebody this week, like really hearing someone out. Someone may be asking you to listen to their music. Someone can be playing an instrument for you. It could be quite literal, or someone singing. We do have this little songbird here. So listening is important. So if you have a chance to really listen to somebody, really hear them out, do it. Don't be thinking about what the thing you want to say or the next thing. Like, really honor someone by listening to them this week. you know, we're always quick to like want to jump in with advice. I know this is a short downfall of my own, being very vulnerable, that I have a tendency, because I always want to help. I'm always thinking, I'm hearing what they're saying, but I'm always thinking like, how can I help someone in the situation? And sometimes someone just needs to vent, you know? So that's something I have to remind myself. I'm like, I don't have to fix anyone. Sometimes people just need me to listen, and then I can rebuttal with, do you need my advice? What do you need from me in this moment? But the listening part is the big part, because sometimes people just need to get something off their chest and just have someone, a listening ear, a compassionate ear, an understanding ear, maybe all that's needed. Okay, let's see. Next is have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Quite literally, have faith in your dreams. I think this picture's so pretty. I don't know, it just struck me as just stunning right now. I don't know what that is about. Anyways, I feel like maybe someone needs to look at this little picture. It's just really pretty. But having faith in your dreams, and this doesn't just mean like, you know, your actual literal dreams, but like the things that you want to bring into your life, the things that your heart is calling you to do, and having faith in that this week. I'm also hearing a message about taking things slow. We do have a Knight, which is an action card. Now, our Knight of Cups and our Knight of Pentacles tend to be a little bit slower. You think like, I mean, water can move fast, but water can move slow. And our cups represent, you know, water and emotions, but there may be a need to just like take things slow this week, and also honoring that things take time this week. But it doesn't mean you give up on your dreams, even if it's taking longer to get there than what you wanted. Next, you guys have meditation. Meditation, and also the time before you're falling asleep is kind of a meditative state. So being mindful of that. The number 3 may be important. We have 53 here as well. And then we have a 10 and a 15. But the number 3, the third day from watching this, could be important. But meditating, getting in a hypnotic kind of state by doing stuff. It looks like this girl is dreaming though. She's having lots of like winter like dreams. We have like, you know, building a snowman. Looks kind of like a snowball fight. There's some sledding. There's some feeding of some geese here. Really interesting picture for meditation, but I feel like I felt the need to call some of these things out. So there could be some of you guys relate to some experiences around building a snowman or sledding or having a snowball fight. It's not something I get to do here living in Florida, but I think in 88, I got to build a snowman as a kid. But I had moved, I was born more north, so I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. I've had snow experiences, so just not since I was little. Anyways, meditation, back to the reading, Joy. Meditation is important this week. But I'm hearing, because something about her looking like she's falling asleep, I'm being guided to bring up that theta state you get in as you're starting to fall asleep, and being mindful of the things that you're thinking about, the things you're watching, the things you're consuming as you're falling asleep, because that can affect that whole meditative state, and that's when we're manifesting a lot of stuff. So just be mindful of that. Your message from heaven this week, so either from your guides or a loved one that's passed away, says make room for that happy ending. It's now within your grasp. Wow, okay, so something could be really shifting, a happy ending that you've been wanting, something you've been trying to call into your life, and it says make room for that. So that may look different to everybody. There may be a need to get rid of some stuff that, you know, something that's maybe holding you back from having this happy ending that you want, cutting things out that are holding you back instead of letting you move forward to this happy ending, because it's within your grasp. So there may be a need to cut something out, especially with this scythe and this bear. If you're looking at situations in your life and you're like, I want this thing, can it coexist with some other stuff I have in my life? No, okay, then I need to cut that out. That could be where this message lies for some of you. All right, next you guys have a funnel. Period of frustrations, lessons to be learned. So there could be more lessons coming in this week. So there could be a little frustration around like, why does this cycle keep repeating? Like if you've uttered those very words, why does this keep happening to me? Then there's a lesson there that you're not learning that you need to evaluate or you need to look deeper into. Because the universe is trying to repeatedly tell you something or get you to do something, or your soul's like wanting you to do this thing. And if you're not doing it, then it's going to keep repeating for that lesson to be learned. But that can be very frustrating. But if you can look at that repeating cycle and you're like, oh, I'm not getting it, why does this keep happening? Try to be objective about it, or even ask a friend. Like, okay, or if a friend was telling you the situation, sometimes it's easier to be objective about things going on if we're looking at from the outside. So it's easier to be like, okay, if my friend told me XYZ, what would I think about that? You know, and maybe that can help you see it. And if you can't, then ask somebody else, you know, what does this mean? What am I missing here? You know, and then that might be that last little tweak you need to have that stop repeating in your life. All right, and then we have dog close-up, pleasure with a close friend. So, hey, I wasn't even paying attention to that, but yeah, asking your friend for advice about this period of frustration, this lesson, this thing that keeps happening. Ask different friends. Also, there could be a need for a friend to ask you to help them. Like if you haven't uttered those words, but you run into someone that's like, why does this keep happening to me? That might be the time where you listen to them, but then help them talk it through. Like, okay, well, why do you think this keeps happening? How does this make you feel? What lessons are attached to this? And trying to figure that out just so you can be done with it, you know? All right, so when it comes to love, you guys have demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. So there may be a need to like almost do an act of kindness, an act of service for somebody else. Demonstrate love. Let someone know that you really love them. And then we have clock. Needing time. Cycles take time. Time to heal. Progressing. So again, things, you know, I got this message around taking things slowly this week. So things take as much time as they need. Not needing to rush things and not needing to rush through a healing either. But you can be there and offering someone the luxury of time that you care about. Go, you know what? I want to help you however you need help. Do you need some space? Do you need some time to process something? And I'll offer that for you. I'll hold space for you. Maybe something that you're going to have a chance to demonstrate love to somebody by offering, like holding space for them while they deal with something. All right, let's do your letters and charms. I always like to start off with the zodiac dice. So this could be your sign, someone that you're dealing with heavily this week sign, or the energy of the sign. So let's see. You guys have Gemini that popped up in pile 1. So communication, siblings could be highlighted here as well if you're not a Gemini or dealing with a Gemini. And the 8th house. So the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. This is about a death and rebirth cycle. This can be about inheritances. This can be about loans. This can be about communication, about the darker things or the hidden things as well. So there could be a message around there for you guys. All right, let's see. Letters. This could be someone's initials. Sometimes they spell words or locations. Let's see what we got. Pile 3 is the letters. All right, we have an E, an O, an R, a P. Oh, we have Poe, Edgar Allan Poe. Maybe important to somebody. Sorry, Y, G, and a T. We got poets. Someone could be writing some poetry. I used to write poetry. I have some stuff published when I was young. Anyways, Rye. Pots, rots, lots of things. Anyways, you guys can put in whatever you guys see. Someone could be working some overtime this week. That could be a blessing to somebody too, getting some overtime work in. Anyway, so there are your letters, guys, and let's get you some charms. Move the letters out of the way. Pile 3's charms. What else do they need to know about their week, please? What can they let them advise them on? A lot of stuff. All right, we have the moon. So dreams may be highlighted, Pisces, Cancer here. This also can be about hidden things and things coming to light. So there may be some sort of truth, especially with this 8th house energy here. There could be some secrets or some hidden truths that are coming to light this week. We have the number 4, so the 4th house, Cancer, or it's ruled by Cancer. Families, your home, your foundations could be highlighted. The 4th day from the time you're watching this could be important. We have a dream again, so pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the feelings your dreams give you. If you don't understand the message in the dream, think about how you felt in the dream, and that typically is what your subconscious is trying to tell you. We have laugh, so don't forget to laugh at things this week. I'm hearing learn to laugh at yourself. This is a week to not take things too seriously. Try to have fun. If you are finding yourself getting serious, try to do things that are fun. To kind of just lighten things up a bit. Also, some of you guys could be getting a really good belly laugh with someone, like having a really fun time. We have B, so working with others is important this week. Community, working together, collaborating with others. I always think of just bees. I'm thinking of the beehive. I'm seeing like a honeycomb. So really working together with others as a team, being a team player this week. We have the sunny side up egg here. So, you know, there could be, this feels like kind of like a surprise, like something surprising could come in. And as I looked out my window, there is a feather that just floated by. Anyways, so surprise message with feathers also this week for you guys. So we have mushrooms. Somebody could be dabbling with mushrooms. Someone could do some psychedelics. This also could just be about things popping up quickly. I don't know if anyone's ever like been out in the yard one day, no mushroom, next day there's like a massive mushroom. You're like, how did that grow so quickly? So there could be something that kind of grows quickly in your life. We have this little it's not a hot air balloon, I forget what these are called, blimp coming in. So anytime I have like something that flies higher, there's a need for looking at something from an outside perspective or a higher perspective. So if you feel like you can't see the solution to something, you may need to step away from it or get a different perspective. We have a little butterfly here, so change, and something is changing, metamorphosizing this week. We have a little rose. Someone could be getting flowers. Someone's could be dealing with someone named Rose. I feel like someone has a past loved one named Rose that just popped in. That really wants you to know that this happy ending is, you just got to make room for it. And then we have the Eiffel Tower, so travel could be important, France could be important, Paris could be important. Also just architecture, appreciating architecture. I don't know if someone's thinking about going back to school for architecture or some sort of design. That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever gotten that message from this, but I just did. So anywho, but I usually just see this as dealing with things that are, because the Eiffel Tower is obviously not where I am from. So things that are foreign, things that are you know, needing to travel to could be highlighted. So there you guys go. There are your letters. There are your charms. If they mean anything to you and you want to share, I always love to hear that as well. But as always, I appreciate you guys spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. And thank you guys so much. Bye.